Welcome back, whippersnappers. This is Gramps. We are in Shapes 2, playing hexagonal mode, but we have taken a break and we are over in the old hard mode build, which is and we're looking at the crystal layer divider thing here. So you can see, so this is our current crystal random shape, which is right here. And that's coming in, and then it gets broken down into the different layers here. So we've got this is the top layer, second layer down, third layer, and the base layer. And you can see there's, crystals in that one and this one, but not in this one and not in this one. And the reason we're up here is because of where we got sort of jammed up with our hexagonal man, and I'm going to be borrowing some of the wiring, but it's kind of complex, and so I wanted to kind of go over it with you. So let's just take one layer at a time. Let's just take one layer. So this layer comes in and gets broken into its 4 components, its 4 quadrants, okay? And you can see that's just a general thing. And what we're asking here is, hey, is this portion a crystal or not? If it is, then, we're going to swap it out for a pin. All right. If it's not, then we're going to set it on. We don't need to worry about that, right? Because we're not doing that stuff. Basically, all you need to know is this is one half of the shape and this is the other half of the shape. So we have, and let's just work on this half here. We have 2 different signal chains, right? So this is the top right, and then this is the next one down. So this top right, and then this one. Yeah. So you can see top right is blank because in this shape here, there's nothing there. So that's why these wires are all dead. But what happens with a live signal is it comes in and it says, hey, you are not equal to null, correct? All right, good. So then I'm going to trigger this gate and pass the signal around. And basically we have 2 different signal chains here. One signal chain is just basically is 1 and 0, on and off. The other one is actual signal coming through. So this is a live signal. It comes through, it goes underneath here and goes into this gate, which is now comparing it to this one down here, which says, no, you do not go past. So it's basically saying, do not go into the stacker. Whereas it is also, that signal is also come up here into this gate, and it is being compared with an XOR gate, which says if exactly one input is on. Okay, so if both of these were on, then it would be down here going through the stacker, like you can see in this example, and these wires up top are dead. All right, I'm moving it around so you can see the different layers. This is a 2-layer build, just because of space and to try to compress it as much as possible. And I think it's as small as it can be, which is not very. So anyway, if there's only one of these active, then it's going to bypass the stacker and come down here. All right. Then it compares it to the other guy up here, which says, hey, are you null? So if it's just a single quarter on one shape, then it would then bypass this stacker as well by coming through here. All right. So I'm not worried about that. I'm worried more just about this. So let's hop back over into hexagonal mode and see how we can use this in that one instance that we were battling with last time. Okay, so where this was coming into play was right here. Right here. And basically we were saying, hey, if there's no matching half, then this needs to go into the trash. Right? Because otherwise it was coming into here and blocking things up. So the other issue is that there's not enough room. Here's my little block. Let me take this and put it like that, so you can see two signals coming in. That's the way we were just looking at it. And then either go through the stacker or override the stacker. And there's not enough room for all of that signaling to come in here. So we are gonna have to do this. I'm grabbing all that. That's where it was, and that's where it is going to. Alright, and we'll get some stuff back in there. So I'm going to take this guy and just move him up here out of the way and put a 2x2 in to there. Now there's no signals being passed along here, so we can just do belt. Belt. Okay, this whole dude, we're going to copy and put right there. But this doesn't need to be like so. Ah, yes. We'll put you there and there. And then copy these up. So I think we can just have this all be here without any issue. But then we're going to take this stuff. So I was on the right path with this. But let's make it work better. And again, we're still going to use this as our, these are our two signals coming in. So I'm going to take you, put you up there. I'm going to take you, and for now I'm going to put you right there. Oop. Don't do that. Okay. So here is our signals. Here are our signals. And they're coming in like so. Then we have this. And I'm going to put this there and that there. Just for because. Alright, now these are fine because they're all going to go into the stacker, which is great. But let's get this. So then this is our final signal, which is that. Okay, so that's going to tell when you look like this, then go on through. But let's do this. Let's come back up here and change what our signal is to what it was. So the one last time was basically this. Let's go see what that does over here. See, now that's coming up this way. And it's going to take this shape here and combine it with this shape. And those are going to go in, going to go through. So I think that's working. I think that's doing what I want. And the reason it's working is because now it sees that this one is blank, and it's okay with that. It says, okay, you're blank. That's fine. We're just going to reroute around the stacker. Because otherwise it'd be feeding this shape into the stacker, the virtual stacker, and it wouldn't make it through. And so then it wouldn't allow anything to go through here, basically. Okay? So, excellent. Now that will never happen again, I'm sure. Hey, if you are enjoying this, please drop a like and a subscribe if you haven't. We're happy to have you, and I'm looking forward to what is it next week already? No, it's not next week. It's the week after. We're going to have a big update to Shapes, and we are going to be diving deep into it. The Dimension update. It's going to have some good stuff in there. I'm also working on some other content for V Rising. I had mentioned that. I'm going to be doing some castle builds over there, so that should be fun, hopefully. And yeah, so should we do this, or should we go back to the... I'm going to go back to the random one, because I want to get to the random stage of 2 levels. Just because I think that would be spiffy. Yeah, see, these are getting cut off. Now, the problem here is that we've got all this 9 spaces of trash coming into the system. And these are not going to get used for anything. And they're just going to... They'll come through here. And then they'll come down here. And they'll come into here. And get booted out this way. But then I think they're maybe not gonna go into the trash. I think they may just sit here. We'll see. And that's because that's from position 1, which is up here. So in the meantime, position 2 is coming through. And there's our final shape right there, right? Yeah, that's our final shape. Little bow tie coming down. Yeah, these guys are coming in, gonna get all chopped up. But in the meantime, it's gonna fill this in. Yeah, you can see these are all making it through and coming down. And again, it's just gonna take one of those pucks delivered to meet our requirement, which is, yeah, 1200. Yep, see, here come these guys down and around. Which is good so far. If these go into trash, then I'm going to be happy about that. So yeah, they are coming down. All right, now I think they might actually. They can do it right here. No, they're going to get stuck. So they're going to get stuck and they're going to build up right here. And then as soon as the next shape comes through that has something in that number one position, there's going to be a it's going to open this up, and those are all going to go into the trash, which in the meantime, hopefully this doesn't jam everything else up, because it's backed up to here in the blue section. And if that number one position one is red, for instance, then all these guys are going to get painted red, and then they're going to go through and go into the trash. If it is a hex shape, then they'll be used. Okay, I think our first one is on the train. There we go. Let's see what our new shape is. Aha. So again, no number one shape. Oh, but it is clearing it out, which is good. Oh, it's clearing it. I don't know why it's clearing it out, but it's working. That's all we need to know. Oh. Alright, so it found a random task that met that shape. So that's good. That's funny. I didn't know it did that. So it just, yeah. It just found a random task. If it were red, this one would be cleared out with this current shape. So yeah, we do have a few, we still have a lot of tasks that we haven't done. Again, that's not what we're doing this series. I'm just, honestly, this series, I just wanted to see if we could build a hex mam that worked at all. And I think we have. I think it's working. It's not, as I've said many times, super optimized, but it does what it does. So this guy's coming in here and is waiting for a match. That is coming down this way. Yes, there we are. Here come the troops. So these random shapes are going to be uncolored to start off with. Then we'll probably start getting colors. What number are we on? 4. I mean, we'll probably start getting colors soon. And then after that, it is going to... Then it'll start doing multiple layers. And when it does multiple layers, that's when we need to start increasing things. So we'll take all of this. Exactly. And we're going to copy it up this way. But before we do that, I just want to make sure this is all correct. It's about 1 million blueprint points to paste each of these, which we've got 22 million blueprint points, so I think we're fine. I think we're doing okay. I'm not too worried about it. Alright, so these are built up, stocked up, and also have filled in with the in the stacker. While in the meantime, these guys are taking their sweet darn time. Lazing the day away as if there's nothing else going on. And here they're going to get cut and rotated. Then they're going to jet up this way because they're skipping the stacker here. Yeah, there they go. They're going to wind around. And shoot straight through. And yep, good. They get through this one. And now they're going to start getting matched up. There we are. That's creating our... Oh, that's not creating our shape. There's some that are in there that are the wrong orientation, but here's our shape. So we had some junk created. Not a big deal. Again, the junk ones are going to go... You get shuttled off into the trash down here. You can see that. But the good ones make it through the filter. And are going to start replacing these guys. You can see the meter going down. All right. Anyway, that is going to be another successful one. So let's jump ahead and see what our next shape is going to be. All right, well, our next one has a little bit more flavor at least. More than just two shapes. So... And which one is it? It's missing 2 and 3. Interesting. So now it's... This might be another... MAM breaker, because it doesn't have anything coming in from this side. So there should be nothing coming in from here. So if this is working correctly, yeah, which it kind of looks like it is, then this shape, which is 4 and 5, should come in here and go down this way. And match up with 6 and 1. So that should be okay. Because these wires are not lit up, that tells me that it should be working. So I guess we'll find out here. And in the meantime, these guys are just sitting here, gumming up the system. So, I know too, there was a trick I did that said, hey, if this section that we're in is null, then funnel into the trash. So that would be helpful, because then that would clear this out. So, but this is also a filter. I think that based on a shape, whereas the that other if this is null, that's more of a 1 and 0 kind of thing, whereas this is, hey, we're looking for this shape. So if I doubled this up and made it a 2x2, like this and this, we could do that. But that's not what I'm not worried about that right now, because again, once those quadrants, in the next shape, probably those quadrants will be used, and in that case, we're just gonna then they'll be used, but hopefully they're used by something other than a gray, an uncolored little hex shape in this position. And so if that's true, if it is something different, then these are just all going to feed into the trash, which would be good. And then we'll clear it out for the next shape. So these are coming through, and yeah, looks like they are doing what they need to do. And it's routing around this stacker because there's nothing going to be coming in from the top. So, yeah, we don't want that stacker. And this one is saying, yep, you do have somebody to match up with, so keep on going through. And this will say, yep, you're the correct shape, so keep on passing through. And that other shape is coming in this way, getting all ready and clearing out some of the bad shapes, which is good. Those are coming through and going into the trash. Yep, into the trash. And I think some of these are actually... Yep, I think these are correct here. That's actually not a super long turnaround time for, single layer. It's gonna be different once we get 2, 3, and 4 layers, of course. But we should be getting some stuff in here. Yay. All right, well, let's fast forward this one to the next shape. Okay, and we're at a full shape now. This is working right now. Let's fast forward until we get a... Let's fast forward till we get some color in a shape. Okay, and again, if there, and see, this is good. Things are clearing out now because there are things in these quadrants, but they are not what we have queued up. So that means they're all going into the trash, and that should be happening up here too. Yes, this is all feeding through and going right into the trash. So getting all cleared out in here as well. So good. Let's fast forward up until a color shows up, just for some interest. And again, I don't expect any troubles there, but let's just double check it, make sure, and then we will be back. Well, the good news is that last shape delivered fine, but here's the new shape, and it's small again. So that's totally fine too. But I think what I might do is call it here for today's episode. I think everything seems like it's working well. And we'll come back next episode and build out our different layers. But I'm also going to probably fast forward it off camera and get to the our next layer, or our second layer, and go from there. And by fast forward, I mean I'm just gonna let it run. So there's no secret trick to doing that. But then I'm going to, I think that's all we need to do, and then we're gonna be wrapping up this MAM and jumping in to Dimension pretty soon. That's on June 2nd. I'm still debating if I might try to stream live. So if anyone would want to see that, leave a comment. Do you want to see me stream live? I guess I should ask that at the beginning when people are actually still here. Okay, that's it for now. This is Gramps, signing off.